Hey everyone, I hope you're having a great day. My name's Rolando. We have Isaiah back in here helping us with our workout today. And today we're going to be doing a forward step lunge. So for today's exercise, there's actually 3 ways you can perform this exercise. Use a barbell, dumbbell, and there's also a Bulgarian split squat, which you can do. To start off, we're going to be doing the barbell lunge. And for that, you're always going to need a spotter. So how Isaiah's going to start off is he's going to get under the weight, similar to how you do a squat. Get your feet parallel. And when he signals for me to help him with the weight, I'm just going to put my arms and hands onto the bar, make sure it's in the center of his back to make sure the weight comes off balance, and also make sure that he's using a pronated grip. So, you ready? All right, go. He's going to take a couple steps back. And this is going to be the starting position for every rep in this exercise. So from the starting position, before we begin the exercise, I just want to go ahead and clarify that you want to keep your torso up and extended at all times. You want it to be perpendicular from the ground. You don't want it parallel at all throughout this exercise. Always perpendicular. So to start off this forward motion, he's going to take a big exaggerated step forward. And when he does this, whatever leg that's forward, that's going to be his leading leg. Back leg is going to be his trailing leg. So in this position, you want your trailing leg to be slightly flexed before you begin. And once you begin, you're going to flex your leading knee and your leading hip. And what this causes is for you to kind of have that 90-degree angle when you're going down, similar to a squat. And as you can see, his trailing leg is driving down straight to the ground. And go into the position again. And this lead leg, when he goes down and flexes down, you can see that he keeps his leading knee right above his leading toe. You don't want it to go past it in this exercise. So we're going to go over the backward phase now. So Isaiah's going to go ahead and get in that forward phase. So when you're down, to get back up, what you want to do is you really want to extend your knees and your hips so you drive yourself back straight into the starting position. So we're going to go down into it again. And notice the way he's balancing this weight is by keeping all of his weight on that trailing leg to keep his balance. And what that also helps with is keeping your torso back and not forward so you don't drop the weight or shift it at all. Continuing on with what the spotter should be doing during this exercise, when they begin that forward phase and they lunge down, you want to be right behind them, feet parallel, ready to move with them. So Isaiah's going to step forward, go down, you're going to go down with them. Go back up. So when he extends back, you extend back. You're essentially doing the same exact exercise with them, just without the weight. And you want to keep your hands near their hips at all times, just ready to help support them to get back up. A couple things to keep in mind during this exercise. Remember, you don't necessarily have to do the same leg every time. What you can do is you can alternate legs, which Isaiah's going to show. So he's going to go down, flex his knees and hips, extend them back up, starting position, switch legs. So you don't always have to use that same leg. You can alternate. And when he does get done with the exercise, he's going to cue the spotter to help him bring the weight back to the rack. You're going to make sure the weight is sitting on the hooks, and that's the exercise. All right, to go over some kind of variations of this exercise where you work your way to the barbell is that, of course, you can always start off just doing the lunge regularly with no weight, no bar, just working on that motion. And yes, it's always good to kind of alternate your arms with your leg. We always want to be athletic in any kind of position we're in. Now, when you do start feeling more comfortable with this exercise, you can shift it into bringing in weight. And you can start off with 10s, 5s, doesn't matter. We all start from somewhere. So you're starting off at 30s. And even with dumbbells, you can go down. Even with dumbbells, you can see that there's still a little bit of balancing that you need to do once you start off. So that's the regular lunge with the dumbbells. Another great exercise you can do is a Bulgarian split squat, which is where you rest your leg on a bench or a box, which Isaiah's going to show you. Take a big step out. There you go. You're going to go down into that lunge, making sure you're driving that trailing leg down, making sure you're keeping that leading knee above the toe. So another great exercise right here. This exercise is another lower body exercise, very similar to squat, works a lot of the same muscles, and some of the muscles that this exercise works is the gluteus maximus, semimembranous, semitendinous, biceps femoris, vastus lateralis, vastus intermedius, vastus medialis, rectus femoris, and your iliopsoas. So yeah, just one more muscle that the squat doesn't use. So you might be asking, like, what is the benefit of this exercise? Well, with the squat, you're using both your legs to drive forward, and a lot of times in sports, it's not a lot of times where you're using both legs to drive yourself forward towards a ball or anything. You're running, you're sprinting, you're alternating your legs, and that's what lunges help with, is getting that same athletic motion into your routine. Then that's everything that I have for you today. Remember that these guidelines are provided by the National Strength and Conditioning Association. Thank you for tuning in. Stay safe and stay hydrated.